Earning millions in GTA Online in 2025 is easier than you think. If you're level 1 with no businesses, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going over the top 5 best solo money making methods that actually work in 2025. Up first, I have daily activities. One of the easiest methods to make money is to find G's caches. G's caches spawn daily, and to find them, all you have to do is go to your map and go to this box icon that you can see on screen now to grab the reward. Once you're in the area, you need to find a package. Listen for beeping noises because those noises increase when you're near it, and if you're on console, your controller is going to start vibrating when you're close to the package. Each G's cache gives you around 15 to 22k, plus snacks and ammo, so it's very beneficial. It's really easy cash for a few minutes work. Also note that sometimes you can get a wanted level, so make sure you have a vehicle nearby to evade cops after you finish this up. The other daily activity I recommend is raid stash houses. These pop up on your map occasionally and pay even better. Once you're there, head inside and be prepared. There are enemies inside waiting for you that you need to take out. I recommend having some grenades to make it easier to kill these enemies. You have the ability to take your time with this, and I do recommend that. Heal up with snacks if you have to as you go, and clear the stash house. Find the code for the safe, open it, and grab everything inside. Then get out as there are enemies chasing you outside as well. Once you leave the area, you should be given 30 grand. If you already have a business, then it would resupply your business for you, which is amazing, and that is worth more than double the money you're being given, so it's a complete steal. At number 4, I have time trials. The Junk Energy time trial is an amazing way of making money. Look for this bike icon on your map to find it. Make your way over there and try to beat the par time. Once you beat it, you'll be rewarded with a payout of 50 grand, which is sweet for a couple minutes work. A quick tip while doing these time trials is to use the electric boost while riding. You can do this by pressing E or clicking the left stick on the console. This is available every single day, so keep grinding these for easy money. Next up, we have the HSW time trial. This pays out a whopping 250k upon beating the par time. But you might be wondering, I don't have the HSW vehicle. How do I get one? Luckily for you, it's actually pretty simple. Head over to Howe's garage in downtown Vinewood, watch the intro cutscene, then just beat Howe's time using his car. Once you do that, Howe will give you a free HSW performance upgrade on your car. The problem is, only a few cars can be upgraded to HSW. To get a free car that can be upgraded to HSW, wait for nighttime and head over to this location on the map and scout this area. Look for a blue colored Sentinel XS. Once you see it, steal it. If it's not there right away, just circle the area or come back after a few minutes. It will always spawn eventually. Take the Sentinel XS to the Los Santos car meet, buy the 50k membership, then upgrade it to HSW for free. Make sure to add insurance and a tracker before you hit the HSW time trial. This pays you 250k for beating the race time. The Sentinel XS is not the fastest HSW car out there, but it shouldn't be too hard to win the time trial, and it's very easy to get this car. Just figure out the best routes and you should be fine. If you're struggling, grab some cheap upgrades. The turbos and better engine upgrades both pay for themselves after one run and help a lot. For the regular time trial, you can use the Sentinel XS to beat it, which gives you 100k every week. If you're struggling with the Sentinel XS, I recommend buying a Pegassi Body 801, which costs just 15 grand for this time trial. HSW and regular time trials reset weekly, so knock them out every week for consistently insane cash. At number 3, I have first and last dose missions. This is where you'll make a serious amount of money thanks to the first dose and last dose missions. To get started, head to this R icon on the map. From there, you'll get 6 first dose missions lined up. After the first mission, you can do more missions from the D icon on your map. These will be missions for a guy called Dax. This should take you a couple hours to complete, and once you finish the 6 first dose missions, you'll unlock the last dose missions, which have 5 total missions. The whole set takes about an hour, but the rewards and bonuses make it worth every minute. In total, there are 11 missions. The missions can be challenging, so I recommend getting a free Duke of Death armored vehicle, or if you have the money for it, I recommend getting a Kuruma. This will make free missions so much easier. The missions are all going to pay you around 10 to 20k per mission, which isn't great, but the real reward comes from the first time bonuses of 50k you get for completing each of them. And for each of the last dose missions, you'll earn a 100,000 bonus for every mission instead of 50,000. When you total everything together for all the first time bonuses and the standard 10 to 20k per mission, you're walking away with a staggering 1.1 million from the last and first dose missions. If you think that's good, wait, because the first and last dose missions offer more. In the final first dose mission, you steal a Brigade 6x6. Normally this would cost you 1.5 million in war stock cash and carry, but after this mission you're getting it for free. And that's not all. For 750,000 you can install your very own acid lab on the back of this Brigade 6x6. Yes, literally your own business on wheels, which sets you up for passive income straight away. The acid lab is also one of the best solo businesses in the game after you do the equipment upgrades for it, which unlocks after you do 10 Fooligan missions for Dax. These missions take a while to complete and pay 50 grand every time. There's also a 48-minute cooldown before you can do the next mission after you finish one, which is basically one in-game day. This unlocks the equipment upgrade, which costs 250 grand, but after this, your Acid Lab will be making 100 grand every 48 minutes in real life or every day in game. You do have to buy supplies for 60 grand from Mutt, but once you do the sell missions, you're easily making bank. Finish the last mission and you'll unlock the Ocelot Virtue Hypercar for free. It's one of the fastest cars in the game, so this reward is really great. This is why the first and last dose missions are so helpful for beginners to start out, because you can get passive income afterwards and it gives you a ton of money. It's also really fast, so definitely try it out. At number 2, I have the Cluckenbell Farmhouse Raid. This is the best money making method in the entire game that doesn't require any vehicle to start. All you need to do is go over to the V icon on the map. That's where you'll meet Vincent. He's a cop, but he's on our side. This is one of the best heists in the game and it's super easy to do. The first setup is where you're required to steal some cash from washing machines and bring it back to Vincent. The second setup has you stealing a hacking device and a laptop, which you'll need at the end of the setup when you're driving a train. Yes, Rockstar has finally given us the ability to drive trains in GTA Online, at least through this setup. In the third setup, just go to A and steal the weapons and gear. And in the fourth setup, just go to A and steal the getaway car, it doesn't really matter. And in the fifth and final setup, you need to go hack a few vans, and once you're done, kill the enemies in the final van and steal the Cluckenbell outfit. Once you're disguised, head over to the warehouse. Try doing it in stealth and sabotaging as many trucks as you can, but eventually you'll get caught anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Whip out your most powerful gun and clear the enemies before the timer runs out. This is really important to do because if you fail this, you'll have to go in with an aggressive approach, which is not what you want. Once you're done, wipe out the CCTV footage and also look for a drill outside. Then drill the lockers to find a key card. If you want some extra dough, you can drill all the lockers even after you find the key card. If you see the flatbed spawn, you did the stealth section right. Now just finish up and grab your payout. Now just play the finale. Of course, you won't have your weapons, you'll just have the weapons that you stole in the setup. So try doing the mission in stealth, and anytime your cover is blown, don't worry as it doesn't really matter. Steal some Coca-Cola and make your way out. Also make sure to keep healing yourselves with snacks as you go along, cause that's a must. Once you're out, take out the cartel. Ignore the cops as they don't shoot you, and make your way to your parked car in the garage. Once you're here, enter the train tracks, and once you reach this point, do yourself a favor and call your fastest car. I'm using the armored Kuruma here as the other car is so bad in the tracks that I can't even control it. My car spawns and I lose the cops as I follow the tracks. Upon meeting Vincent, he'll congratulate you and the heist will pay you 500k and a 250k bonus if it's your first time doing it. So that's 750k in an hour's work. Not too bad. The reason this method is number 2 is because you can replay this heist as many times as you would like to after the 1 hour cooldown ends. Vincent will call you once the cooldown ends and you can replay it. At number 1, I have the Cayo Perico heist, and this probably doesn't surprise any of you. What I want you to do with all the money you've earned so far through doing the first 4 things on this list is to buy the Casaca. If it's locked, head behind the casino into the music locker, talk to Miguel Madrazo, and after the cutscene, you should see that the Casaca is unlocked. It costs 2.2 million, you don't need to get anything else for the Cayo Perico heist. The only other thing I would recommend would be the Sparrow, as you can spawn it anywhere on the map and it's super easy to take off from the Casaca. But don't really worry if you can't afford it, it's not necessary, it just makes things a little bit easier. You can easily afford a Sparrow after you finish this heist one time anyway, this thing gives you so much money. Now you need to start the heist from your submarine. First, you need to scope it out. I know you've probably seen a million videos on the Cayo Perico heist, so let me just run you through the basics. When you hack the cameras, just scope all the cameras so you unlock different gates, entry points, etc. After you've done the bare minimum for scoping, which you can really easily do by just following Pavel's instructions, just get a boat from this dock and head over to this location and dive underwater. Here's where you'll unlock the entry point through the drainage tunnel. Once that's done, head over to this location to the main dock so you can unlock this as your entry point. Send a photo to Pavel and it should unlock the main dock as an infiltration point. After that, make your way to the airfield and scope out for your secondary loot. Also go up here and you'll find even more loot. Coke pays out the most, Leaves pays out the second most, and Cash pays out the least, so keep that in mind while you're doing the actual heist. Now return back to your plane, and now it's time to complete all the setups. For approach vehicles, choose the long fin. For equipment, do safe codes, fingerprint cloner, and cutting torches. Do not do demolition charges, as we'll be going through the drainage tunnel, and the cutting torches is a much better and much quieter way of getting in. For the weapon loadout, choose aggressor. Another hack for the setup for aggressor, if you get the Merryweather HQ mission, just find a new invite only session and keep trying until you find a building. The Merryweather HQ mission takes so much longer and the building mission is so much easier to do. Now you're ready to do the heist. For the selections, choose the long fin as your approach vehicle, the infiltration point is the main dock, the compound entry point is the drainage tunnel, and the escape point doesn't matter as we're not escaping by the way the game wants us to anyway. For time of day, choose day, it just makes things easier to see. For weapon loadout, choose aggressor and make sure you choose suppressors. Now once you start the heist, go to the airstrip and loot all the secondary targets like cash, coke, or greens. Use the forklift to access upper levels like this. Once you fully fill up your bag, head over to the drainage tunnel with the long fin and equip your rebreathers. This video is already super long, so this part I'm sure you've already seen in a ton of videos, so go to steal some files and a safe and make your way back. Steal this bike and drive into the ocean. Equip your rebreathers and escape. Keep healing if the helicopters don't leave you alone, and you should escape pretty easily. This should earn you 1.5 million the first time through, and you can replay the heist every 2.5 hours on a cooldown. To replay this heist, you're going to need 100k every time, but you're going to make between 950k to 1.5 million dollars every time you complete it, so the 100k is light work. And there you have it. I hope this video helped you out. This is the first video on my channel, so if you enjoyed or found it useful, I'd appreciate it a ton if you could subscribe or leave feedback in the comments. The next video I plan on doing is a full breakdown of the top 5 beginner vehicles in GTA 5 Online, so stay tuned for that. Peace!